then, what's good, family? Let's go. I am so excited. Let me say this let me just first welcome everybody. Let me welcome everybody. Who we got in here? Oh, snap. We got troublemakers in the chat. Monty Weaver on the live. Let me see where my triggers at. What's going on today? Where? Yeah. Let's get a little something going. Monty Weaver on the live. Thank you so much for being with us today. Welcome to the Coaching Corner. Moderator extraordinaire Florence Donald is doing her thing. Welcome to the Coaching Corner with Kirk. Today is a good day to ask your questions. Get your questions asked. Ask your questions in the chat. Go ahead and let us know where you're watching from as well. David Hunt, another moderator. We put a wrench on him. We live with that fire. We live. My man said, I'm not missing 2 weeks in a row. He said Florence is coming from my seat. I couldn't have it. Hey, what's going on, man? I love to see it. Hope all is well this Wednesday. Shout out to everybody in the chat, including our guest today. What's good? Let me say this. Okay, Kanika's on the chat as well. Loving it. Oh, Cast Ahead Chris Stone is on there. What's going on? It's so good to listen. Some of the generals are showing up today. But let me say this. I got a chance to get Walter Jeanette on the podcast, Why I Go Live. So we recorded that podcast episode. It'll drop in a couple of weeks because we're way ahead of our schedule. So it'll drop in a couple of weeks. But that podcast episode that we recorded yesterday was so dope, so fire. I was like, wait, what are you doing tomorrow? He said, man, I got time at noon. I said, bro, let's do it. So I'm bringing my guy on screen right now. Look at this. It's a whole problem now. What's good, sir?
What's going on, fam? You already know what it is.
This is it. Listen, we had that conversation yesterday. I actually left out of here, sat down on the couch with my wife. We were just chatting, and I was like, man, I don't think I've ever said some of those things outside of my own head. And then I heard you saying them. I was like, what is going on right now? So that was so dope. But let me just do this. You guys are going to hear it, you're going to hear from him on the podcast, Why I Go Live, in just a few weeks. But I just want to make sure, Coaching Corner fam, How It All Works fam, you guys know who Walter Jeanette is. And we clap it up for him in the chat. Let's welcome with a How It All Works. Welcome. We're excited. We're excited that he's here with us today. Listen, we don't play around with this thing, man. We want to make sure he knows that you guys all know we are excited to have him with us. So but Walt, take a second, man. Take a second. I know you've been cooking with gas of late, man. You have a live show that comes on every Monday at 7 p.m.
Yep.
And I know you chop that up, you do some repurposing, but man, I love what you got cooking. I love what you got going on. And we're both here. I know some of you are like, wait, this is supposed to be a Q&A week. It is.
You're right.
We're both here for your questions. We're 100% here for your questions. And I see Chris Stone in the chat. I see Monty Weaver in the chat. They're also creators, and they're going to keep us honest today as well as maybe even add a little fire, fuel to the fire when you ask your questions. So what I'll say to the 7 of you that are chilling with us on the live right now, don't wait. Ask your questions, because we will answer those questions today. Your questions are our agenda. While they're doing that, Walt, just take a few seconds, let the folk know who you are.
Yeah, in typical Walt fashion, I'll say, what's good, party people. You know what I'm saying? Party people, what's good? But my name is Walter Jeanette. You can find me somewhere on YouTube, between a short, between a live, between a post, just all things content creation. I think the best way to introduce myself is actually what one of my viewers actually just left a comment on my video and said, bro, you the John the Baptist of like content creation. and all I could do all I could do was just laugh, because I was like, you know what? Yeah, I had to pin the comment because I was like, that's the best thing I've heard in a long time. So that's a good way to describe me. For those of you who don't know me, if you understand that reference, then that's all I got to say right there.
Listen, that is they did well, Doc. They did extremely well with that.
Right.
Like as soon as it came out of your mouth, I was like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Yeah. John the Baptist, man. For those that don't know, man, Walter is also a media minister as well. So we share that in common. I don't know what it is. People of faith, we kind of just gravitate towards one another. And it's, Monty Weaver as well. He does a lot of faith-based tech support, media support, production support. And yeah, I see Chris Stone is in the chat, also a believer. It's crazy. What I'm saying, like birds of a feather, as they say, flock together. So John the Baptist,
think we do it best.
Yeah,
I think we do it best. I think you just church is a different environment altogether. And so, I think as they say, upstate, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. So yeah.
Real talk. Everything I learned at church first. And even now, church is still my testing ground. Like there's stuff that I'm doing for my production clients that I first did at church, and they're looking like that joint. Like, okay, I need that.
Exactly.
Gotta have that in my life. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Spirit of excellence. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, Chris said it best. Yeah, that right there.
Yep. That's it. It is, and because you're not doing your I feel it. You're not doing your work as unto man. Oh boy, you're doing that thing. It's not for. Oh gosh, you gotta put your best foot out there. You have to put your best foot out there in order for that thing to work. So, I totally agree with that. And I just love seeing people come through and hang out in the comments. 10 people on the live now. We're starting to, pick up a little speed, a little momentum. I just wanted to kind of level set. Look, the Coaching Corner with Kirk. Every Wednesday we come on here to talk about your questions, your issues. How do we get you unstuck? That's the primary reason that this space exists. But we also, so every other Wednesday, we do have a free coaching client. And so, Walt, you've seen the show before, but last week we had Rose Caiazzo on, and we had a really good session with her. In fact, she actually tagged me in a post that she put on LinkedIn and on Facebook. And she's actually going for her presentation. If you were here last week and you heard some of the things she was preparing for, some of the things she wanted coaching on, she is going for that presentation this week. I just messaged her earlier today. So we're excited for her. And we want to make sure that you guys know how you can get a free coaching session as well. QR code is right above me. You can scan that QR code. I think it does like a full-on email. I think that's what it does. I'm gonna just go ahead and test it. I don't want to be a liar.
I need a free coaching session, y'all. Y'all hold on. Let me
Yeah. It comes it's a pre-typed email. Pre-typed. It's already addressed to info at how it all works. And it's a pre-typed email. And it says, hey, I saw your post about free content coaching and I'm interested in signing up. Can you reply to this email with more information? All you've got to do is hit send. You hit send on this and then my team will respond back with the information that is necessary to get you signed up for a free coaching session. So I'm excited about that. Oh, KMH family is here. Love it. Love it. Want some more of it. Hope all is well. Hope all is well with you as well. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out today. But that's the main purpose of the Coaching Corner. Every other Wednesday, we do those free coaching sessions. But then on the other 2 Wednesdays a month, and I think this month we have an additional one. On those other 2 Wednesdays, we have a Q&A session. So this is reserved for you. If you don't want to come live, you just want to come on and ask questions. Maybe you got a question about content creation. Maybe you got a question about YouTube, maybe thumbnails, description, I don't know, analytics, algorithm. Maybe you got a question about any like design. I'm pointing now, branding and brand strategy. I'm pointing this way now, but maybe you have some of those kinds of questions. If you have those questions, let us know in the chat. The format of the question, my moderator, Equip Institute says your question should look like this. This is how your question, if your question looks like this, then we're going to grab those questions. Got a question on StreamYard, Ecamm, Restream, BeLive, Melon app, let me not say OBS. If you got a question on OBS, join the gathering throng because there's a lot of questions about OBS, but if you have questions, You're trying to get unstuck. You camera confidence. How do I make this profitable for my business? What are some of the oh gosh, this is a great question too. What are some of the end goals that some of your clients have for live streaming? Ooh, you should ask that one. Can somebody ask that one? Because I want to answer that question. Because I think there are so many reasons why people go live, and it is not for metrics. It's not metrics, y'all. It's not numbers. They're not looking to be famous. They're not looking to be famous. Somebody's got to ask a question. I can't answer it until somebody asks a question. I'm gonna leave it at that. Walt, what you saying, man?
Please ask him so he can answer it. Please.
I'm itching.
It's burning. It's burning. David said he's asking it.
Go ahead. Go. I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting. Because that's such a good. This is why the Why I Go Live podcast exists. Because sometimes some of us stumbled into it, but others are like, man, I actually go live for this. Like, I go live because it saved my podcast. So I'm not doing the video editing thing anymore. I go live because I want to be able to serve at scale. These are some of the things that we've been able to hear. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that this one particular, I have many, but this one client, he told me, actually, he did not suggest live streaming. So live stream, that wasn't even a part of the strategy. He said, Kirk, I don't really know that you can help me because my goal with social media is to be able to meet these 4 people. I want to meet these 4 people, and they represented 4 businesses that were in his industry that he wanted to do business with. I was like, oh yeah, you should be talking to me. He's like, why would I do a live show? How would a live show help me to meet those 4 people? I said, easy. Your live show, we set up your live show and we structure it in a way that you have a pre-production meeting and a post-production meeting. And he said, I'm still not following. I said, now, once you set up your live show with all the graphics and make it official, because it has to look official, then we invite a representative from the company that you want to meet. And he began to sit up. Like, oh, wait a minute. So then we structured a live show. We had 2-3 episodes because we wanted to make sure you see what I'm saying? We're crazy. Right. Nobody watched the episodes, Walt. Nobody watched the episodes. We structured the live show. Now there's 2-3 episodes out there. That's your social proof. Then we send an invitation to this other company. The company is aware of his company. He just hasn't met the person he wants to meet in order to do business with him. Sends the invitation. He set up the live show to make that person look like a freaking rock star.
Smart.
Pre-production, get-togethers, like, these are some of the things we're going to ask. These are some of the things we're going to do. Person's feeling comfortable. We do the live show. 2 people watched. I think the 2 people were from the other person's company. Post-production, I said, hey guys, you guys go ahead and chat. I'm going to disconnect for a little bit. I need to get some things done. In that 15 minutes in post-production, he booked the business.
Wow.
That business for him was worth over 6 figures. That business. 2 people watched the live show though. Only 2 people watched the live show.
Yo, that's crazy because Nick Nimmin, if you're I know a lot of people are familiar with him, but if you're familiar with TubeBuddy and now StreamYard, then you're really familiar with Nick Nimmin. And on one of his last streams, he was talking about that, like how you have, again, I think this is where church comes into play. You got to show up, whether it's 2 people, whether it's 200 people. And again, we deal with so much imposter syndrome because it's like, well, there's nobody watching. That's the best time to practice.
That's the best.
Because if you can show up and put on a show with nobody watching, this is why you see the Beyoncés of the world that are like, I've been doing this all my life, been doing this since before I could walk. I was in the mirror yelling, and people that struggle with, confidence or confidence on camera, it's like, yo,
I love it.
Like your confidence can't come from the people that are showing up because they're not going, we'll get into this later, but they're not going to show up until it's time for them to show up. But why would you want them to show up when you're not prepared? I don't want I don't want them here right now. So let me be David. back here with the sheep, minding my business, where nobody knows me.
Yeah.
So by the time it's time for me to rise up, I'm like, yo, I'm good. Like, let's go. You know, I've been doing this all my life.
I've been doing this. Doing this.
I'm not new to this.
That's the piece right there. Listen. Yo, what's going on today? DJ Strick is on the live. This is my guy. I love it. Look at this. Always show up. Here, check out this comment. Always show up. You never know when someone hits play. Our content lives beyond us. Yo, our content is our legacy. Come on, Chris Stone. Confidence. He says confidence. I love it.
That's what I stole that from somebody. I was like, oh, that's dope. I'll give you credit, but I'm gonna use that confidence. Yeah.
Listen, you gotta have it. DJ Strick, man. I gotta get you on here one of these Wednesdays as well, so we can chop it up. And you can sit in the hot seat with me one of these times. I get a chance to do the stream show with DJ Strick every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Central. So that's on the Ecamm channel. So I want to make sure you guys know about that. Thank you so much, DJ Strick. And you can always find all of that information on howitallworks.com, because we curate a list of videos that I am involved in. So regardless of what channel it's on, it's going to be on that watch page. All right. So here's a question. We got first question. What are some of okay. He's asking the question that I wanted asked. Thank you so much, David. I gave you
Let's go.
I gave you one, and I think from that you're starting to see, like, okay, because what you have to understand is that when somebody enters the studio like this and they start looking around, they're like, whoa, this is actually really like high quality. This is very well done. My client, we had set up his studio. His joint was looking pristine. Actually, if I'm honest with you guys, I booked the business too. For the client, for the guy he had as a guest, he was like, hey, can you come and help us set up our studio? I was like, yes, I can.
Yeah. Let me get some of that.
I can't be looking crusty like this. No, I can't be looking like I need lotion on live like this. Come on. But no, those are, you have to think through the process. I tell people all the time, give me your goal and we'll work backward to ensure that we can accomplish it. With live streaming. Yeah. Give me the end goal. Tell me what you want to arrive at. Let's not be, if you're saying, hey, I want to be on this cooking show, boom, I'll give you a strategy to get you on that cooking show with content.
That's good.
That's it. People don't recognize that I said to my wife when we first started doing the whole StreamYard thing, I said to her, I would love to create content for StreamYard one day. That joint happened way faster than I thought was possible. And I didn't even ask them. They came asking me.
Kirk.
I know. It's too much Kirk. Now.
But there's so much in that I think people don't understand, because everybody says I want this. And it's like going back to your last client with the social proof. It's like, okay,
right.
What do you have to show for it?
What do you have to show for it?
Like, okay, we can make it happen, but money does not fall out the sky. Like, you're going to have to do something, you know what I'm saying, to present yourself and put yourself in front of those people, in front of the dreams, in front of the ideas. Those things are going to handle it. They're going to take care of themselves.
Yes,
it's just a matter of, are you willing to do what's necessary to get in front of, you know what I'm saying, those doors and opportunities that are really kind of waiting on you. So it's a bunch of people watching right now that's going to watch the replay that's saying, oh, I want to do that. Yeah, but what have you done already? What are you willing to do? And don't let analysis be a paralysis where you're going to sit here and watch every video that Kirk does to say, man, I can't wait to do that one day. Okay, when are you going to take the next, when are you going to take the first step?
Gosh. You know, one of the morning motivations, the quote for the day was, it's not who's going to let me, it's who's going to stop me. Oh my gosh.
That's good.
Let that get in your spirit.
That's good.
Stop waiting for somebody to put you on.
Ooh.
Get that. Ooh, make the opportunity happen for yourself.
Facts.
Yeah.
Build your own table.
Who's going to stop me? When they see me doing my work,
right?
Everybody's coming.
Right.
They're all coming. They're all coming.
Hey,
let me get another question up here. All right. Equip Institute. Florence says, how would you, ooh, I love these. Y'all have to understand questions are my love language. You need to understand this. I could bring my wife in here right now and she'll tell you, yep, he loves a question. He loves a question. How will you start to move an organization from bad Zoom meetings to showing up better? What's the starting conversation? Here it is. The starting conversation is that they have to see what a better Zoom meeting looks like. And they need to see the impact of what a better Zoom meeting looks like.
I had one yesterday at work.
Oh, guaranteed. I was doing I was speaking for a virtual conference. This was in the middle of the pandemic. Nobody was outside. Outside was closed, okay? I was speaking for a virtual conference, and they shifted from everybody doing their presentations live to everybody recording their presentations and sending it in. Mm-hmm. I recorded mine, sent it in, and I told the lady, even though I recorded, I was like, I'm better live. So you might want to, you know what I'm saying, let me do mine live.
Right, let me do my thing.
Let me do my thing. So she was like, we really want everybody to. So she hit me back because there was a whole group message that they were emailing all of the presenters. She hit me back and she said, I'm emailing you privately because I would like you to update your invoice. I can't pay you the same amount as these other speakers because they've just submitted their videos and they look like garbage. They look like they created that joint with a crayon and an Etch-a-Sketch. Like she said, no, I need to pay you more. Number one. Number two, she said, I'm actually telling them, the other speakers, I can't pay your full fee based on the quality of the video I'm seeing. Okay.
Wait. Wait a minute. So not only do you get more, you set such a standard that she's like, nah, I can't even pay y'all. Yo, that's disrespectful.
It was absolutely disrespectful. And here's the point. This is what I want to say to Florence.
Wow.
The people in the Zoom meeting that you want to have better Zoom meetings, they have to not only see what a better Zoom meeting looks like, but they need to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because out of the 10 speakers, 6 of them booked a consult session with me to get their studios right.
Wow.
Because they now saw like, oh shoot, my content is dope, but I look like I need Vaseline. I look like I'm in the casket when I'm live. Like I don't look like my content.
Facts.
Oh,
people judge books by their cover. I don't care what you say.
Do. Yes, they do.
Like people judge books by their cover, and like I said, no, like that's click-through rate. That's YouTube in a nutshell. That's titles, tags, and thumbnails. It doesn't matter how great the content is. If the billboard, if the book cover, if you don't look like the value you're providing, people are gonna be like, nah, there's no way this video is gonna be any good. So just dropped it. You dropped a major gem right there. I hope people picked up on. Yeah.
Brad, this is why I love questions, because questions allow us to really kind of wade through some of the concepts and things that you've always held, and the reason why you do what you do. Sometimes when I'm formulating an answer to a question, sometimes I'm actually coming up with I'm realizing those dots are being connected in my mind right then and there. How do you start to move an organization from bad Zoom meetings to showing up better? They've got to realize that how they're showing up is no good. That's the first piece. They've got to realize that. Find somebody. So from a practical perspective, find somebody. David Hunt says not Vaseline. Find somebody who shows up well for Zoom meetings and invite them to one of your company meetings. Hey, we're gonna have so-and-so join us for the meeting this week. Okay, boom. And mess around and let them use eCam, where they're flipping things up and down on the screen. Oh, let me put that up for you. Oh, you guys need the QR code. Let me put that up for you. Just let that happen once, twice.
I need to find out if eCam is like delving into like the enterprise model game. And the only reason I ask, I'm pretty sure when you deal with the likes of Doc Rocket, the only reason I ask is because like literally, people get mad at me when I show up in meetings. They're like, Walt, we just having a team meeting. I'm like, bro, this how I roll. Period.
This is how I'm.
Now I know you might not, you might just come to work every day. Like I'm working while I'm working while I'm
Listen.
working. So I have to show up like this at all times.
Yep.
And it's just like, I'm sitting here wondering, I'm like, man, it will be dope because, you know, I have the direct relationship to be able to go to my director and be like, hey, like, you need to invest in this. You know, even if we just do it as kind of like a department, which is a very big department because I work at a university. But I'm like, if ECAM was, you know, I'm going to look into that.
What you're saying. I see what you're saying. Because at a university, you individual, it's got to be enterprise. I see your point. Do they have an enterprise level? See, Walt, you playing chess, and these folks over here talking about checkers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
Killing them.
I'm just saying.
Somebody said this to me. They said, Kirk, your camera quality is your formal attire in the pandemic. Said some of these folks are some of these folks are coming to formal events with t-shirts and flip-flops on. They got camera quality that's beach attire. Oh God.
But they don't see a problem with it though. And they think green screens are hot. Like, stop doing that crap,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Your audio, you stuttering, your video stuttering, half your face gone, you going in and out the picture.
Hand just disappears while you waving it.
Come on, dude. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, I still see people showing up on camera looking like they're in witness protection program. This is why we do what we do. This is why we do what we do. That's why they call him the John the Baptist, because he is the voice in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Prepare
ye the way, because green screens died and we're not resurrecting it. No,
please.
If you're not doing it with a specific intent or purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like in a Zoom meeting, like, yo, like I asked them, I said, can we disable this? Because this is actually distracting.
It's distracting.
Like having people doing all of this.
The head disappears, like the whole cheek is gone. You're like, what's going on?
Like, trying to give me epilepsy or something, looking at you going in and out, all that stuff. Like we had a rave concert. Chill out.
Let me see if I can get KMH family's question up here. So he or she says, it's a she. We are about to launch our course in the next few weeks, and we are going to start our community as well. My daughter and I are going to be doing weekly group sessions with our community. What mics would you recommend if we will be sitting together in the same room? Okay, because the rest of the question is in a different comment.
Yeah,
so that's
different comment.
What mics would you recommend? So let me say this first, KMH family. I'm going to get to the mics in just a second, because that's actually the easier part. What I would like to inquire about, right? Then you can respond while I'm giving you the mic recommendation. But what I'd like to inquire about is, what is your ramp up to the launch of the course and the community? What's the ramp up? How are you ramping towards that? And let me know in the comments. But Walt, what you saying? I mean, look, I've got 3 mics, one here. I've got one literally right here, just out of frame. I use them with my wife sitting right next to me all the time. It doesn't bleed over. I think the key is to just have them going into one audio interface. Right.
And I mean, because sitting together is kind of subjective. I mean, like, are you people that you want to talk with your hands? Do you want a microphone in your face? Do you want it in the shot? You know, you don't want polarity issues or anything like that. It's kind of like, I mean, you can go wireless and just, you know, you can be excited about the 32-bit float that everybody's talking about. Or
I saw your video on that. I had that joint on repeat. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna pull that video up. That video was bananas.
Or you can just, go something a whole lot simpler. I think it, like you said, to me, it really kind of depends on the end result of what's going to help you be comfortable. Because again, some people, they don't want a mic in their shot. And then some people, I'm like, depending on the quality of your voice, the setup that you have, that's going to affect it. I personally I love what wireless mics afford us the opportunity to do. I just hate the mids that are in them because they suck. I'm like, you always have to EQ them or you got to use the lapel or whatever. I know with my voice, I'm like, I'm gonna sound like I got COVID all over again. So I really try
Unfortunately.
not to use them. Right. Unless I have to use them, I try not to. But I mean, it really kind of depends on the setup, because if you don't have the space for it and it's not gonna match the overall aesthetic, I wouldn't try to force anything just for the sake of having something.
Yeah, I mean, I would. That's a really good question. That's what Walt is saying is actually really good follow up. What do you currently have? What do you currently have? If and whatever you currently have, I would first try to help you maximize that. So if you have a board like a Rodecaster Pro or something that has two XLR inputs, then the easiest thing would be to get two dynamic mics, boom, boom. And just, maybe put them on desk stands and have them sitting right next to. I do this literally every week for my church. We have this pre and post worship experience thing that we do. And sometimes there's two people, sometimes there's three, sometimes there's four mics across the desk next to one another. We don't have bleed in. We don't have any issues with audio. It sounds clean. So that setup I know works. But I was recently, I was on DJ Strick's show, the stream show, a couple months ago, and actually his show happened as I was driving back from Montgomery. And for those that don't know, DJ Strick lives in Birmingham, so I was like, bro, I don't think I'm gonna make it back. Can I just stop at your house and we do the show together? We did, and he has a shotgun mic that's like out of range right here. It's a Sennheiser, and we didn't need two mics.
About $16,000.
Now it is an expensive mic, but we didn't need two mics. We could just be heard just off the two mics that were there. Jarius O'Kane says the dream team is on court today. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But that would be the thing. All right, let me see what her response is. Oh, Monty Weaver is dropping something in the chat here. Hold up. Let me see what we got here. Your virtual presentation is the new suit. Come on. People are laughing about the green screens. Green screens. Okay, Florence says, I actually used Ecamm in one of my meetings I attended, and the PR lead asked me what I was doing to get my content on screen and changing the scenes. We have a follow-up on the calendar. Come on.
Boom. Let's go.
Boom. Let's go. That's it. I don't know how I missed this one. Let me start this because I gotta come back to this comment later. Let me start this, Florence, because that's we're gonna touch on that. That right there, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, KMH family responded. They said, we are doing everything on Kajabi. We have been working on it for about 1 to 2 years. Need to stop being a perfectionist and get it done. I've been building our email list, sending out newsletters, and we have, it looks like the rest of it cut off there, but
you ain't gotta type no more. You done.
You doing everything. You're building your email list. You doing it. I just wanted to make sure, because every now and again I'll talk to somebody like, yo, I'm about to launch this course, and I'm like, all right, bet, what are you doing to ramp up? And they're like, what do you mean by ramp up? That's the wrong answer. Your answer, that's the right answer. When they ask, what do you mean by ramp up? That's the wrong answer. So she says, I've been promoting it on our other channel, my daughter's channel, which is our main channel. We started 4 years ago, and we have 360K subs. Sis, you're doing the dang thing, okay? 360,000 subs, you're doing the thing, okay?
You want my mic? I'll gladly send them to you.
Hand it over to you.
You want my mics? I mean, I'm not afraid. 360, that's what's up. But I mean, I got some pod mics, so I'll gladly mail them to you. What?
Listen, 360K? Sis, listen, let me know when that course drop. I'm about to take the course. Like,
I don't even know what it's on, but I don't
even know what it's about. But I'm about to but real talk, I have checked out your channel before, KMH, and I think you guys are doing some phenomenal work. If I'm remembering correctly, and because we could shout you out any month, but the fact that it is Black History Month, I just want to kind of floodlight on people like you and what you guys are doing. She says, thank you, fam. Listen, every single time. This got to be love. There's no stingy energy here. Zero. Won't believe in that.
Are they're in Raleigh?
It's an abundance mindset. I believe they are. They're not far from you, bro.
Yo,
KMH is killing the game. Yeah.
We gotta connect.
And I love that. I love that you're using Kajabi. You know, that's my jam. You know, I love me some Kajabi up in these streets. Hey, listen, do I have this thing set right? I think I do. Hey, listen, this is what we're going to do real quick. Yeah, it's set right. I think it's set right. Walt, let's see.
Yo,
is this the one? Is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, hold on. Let me start it again.
I think you got to enable like your system out. Yeah, you good. Yeah, that's it.
No, we good. I got my loop back set up. I just have it muted.
Okay.
All right, y'all ready? Here we go.
Cameras and ain't posted the first video because you thinking it's the camera. It's not the camera. You can have the greatest camera mic lens and your videos suck. I'm sick of you buying stuff. I want you to use what you've bought. You don't need the DJI Mic 2 if you have the one. You don't need the Rode Wireless Pros. You're not a pro. You big man. What's the difference? Why are you talking about you need 32-bit float? You're using a phone.
Oh gosh.
You're falling in love with features. Like you don't even know what 32-bit float is.
Good God.
You don't even edit your. Never mind.
You don't even edit.
I'm done. Half of y'all keep buying cameras and ain't posted the first video.
I gotta let it play
because
again.
You thinking it's the camera. It's not the camera. You can have the greatest camera mic and your videos suck. I'm sick of you buying stuff. I want you to use what you've bought.
Use what you've bought.
You don't need the DJI Mic 2 if you have the one. You don't need the Rode Wireless Pros.
You're not a pro. Come on. Come on.
What's the difference? Why are you talking about you need 32-bit float? You're using a phone. You falling in love with features. Like you don't even know what 32-bit float is. Gosh. You don't even edit your. Never mind.
I will leave it there.
Yo, if you only understood how many people have been on my back.
Oh gosh!
People never post stuff on your actual content, but they'll ping your DM.
They'll send you the DMs. They're like, "Why you standing on my toe? Why you standing on my toe? Why you doing me like this?"
I was feeling the type of way that day, man.
Oh my goodness! 24-hour
you know
boss said. Go ahead.
You know, I was gonna say, you know what's sad is that actually started when Kev on Stage made the announcement about the series they did, Churchy, getting picked up by Spring Hill and BET. I actually made a congratulations video, and that's how it started. So like it started off very positive.
Very positive.
I don't even remember how we got to that point, but yeah.
You just edited that piece up and repurposed it over on. Listen, I love that.
Oh, it was
that
worse.
video. Listen, first of all, y'all go ahead and follow Walt. Just go ahead and follow Walt, okay? You saw it. Go ahead and follow Walt, okay? Let me see. Yeah. My son plays college football out there. We are actually in Atlanta. Okay, so KMH is in Atlanta, she says.
Okay.
Cool. Monty Weaver is laughing. Yes, KMH is laughing. Kanika is laughing. Yeah, Florence said she's howling. Yo, it's not just the content, y'all. It's the edit. It's the memes. It's the sound effects. It's a full feast. That joint is masterfully done, man. It is masterfully done. Yeah. See, Chris Stone is saying it as well. Edit is fire. Content is even better. Love it. Yeah.
One of my boys texts me every day, and all he says is 32-bit flow, and I'm like, 32. Bro, get out of here. Get out of here.
Phone. You using a phone.
Get out of here.
Oh, God.
Get out of here. Get out of it. But that's how I feel. We talked about that yesterday. I'm like, yo, people trying to fill up their affiliate accounts, man. And I'm not knocking it. Like, it's part of the creators economy, but I'm like, yo, like, bro, like, you don't even need that. You know, yeah, I'm not gonna do it today. John the Baptist. I'm going to eat locust and honey.
This is why they call you John the Baptist, because you be beating folk over the head.
There's one greater
different kind of. He said your boy JB was a different kind of preacher. Not your boy was
that
like,
part.
Repent. Oh, that's so dope. Okay. Yeah. 24-hour boss says Walter killed us all us dreamers with that one. He said, I'm glad I'm past that stage in my content creation. That's such a great statement. 24-hour boss is recognizing that there is a season where you're just like running after the gear. And then there comes another season where you're like, don't really matter. It don't really matter what the gear is. My content, I got me, and I'm a bet on that. Wow. Skill
and as
building.
you've shown, other people will pay for your gear when your content is fire.
Yes, they.
We just talked about it yesterday. Oh, they'll pay for your gear.
Oh, yes.
You'll get them 6 figures real quick. What you need. Come on.
Yeah, I said this to somebody the other day. When I first started doing remote production, both hybrid and fully remote, every project I built in equipment, because at the time I didn't have equipment. I didn't have equipment. I didn't have a go bag that I could. I was like, I'm not gonna break down my studio at home to go and film your joint. So
please say that again.
I'm not breaking down what I have set up right here to go and film your joint. So I built into my projects a fee that enabled me to at least purchase one major item. And now I have a go bag. So I can literally pick up my go bag and walk out of the door. I have not touched anything here. And I can put my go bag down in the trunk of the car and come upstairs and do a live show because nothing here is touched. And what I'm saying is that's you have to be intentional about that. Come on. Use what you have, David Hunt says. It's the whole package, KMH says. No, listen, y'all need to be following Walter Jeanette. So David Hunt put his thing up there. I love that. Love that. Yo, David says, I've been delivered. Listen, Ken Stanley, I just follow David on everything. I appreciate the influence. Come on. I love it. No, but this is one of the reasons why I wanted to just come hang out. This is the coaching corner, y'all. Put your questions in the comment. Put your questions in there. Me and Walt gonna chop it up. We gonna laugh. We gonna have a good time. Period. Point blank. End of story. There's no question about that. We got 14 minutes left. I got another meeting right after this one, so I can't even go a minute over. Plus, I told Walt, listen, man, I just need 1 hour, bro. Come through for that hour. We gonna make it happen. So got 14 minutes left. And drop your comments, drop your questions in the comment section. I got
a question, man.
Please do.
Nobody else don't want to ask a question. I got a question, and maybe KMH can jump in on this one too.
Yep.
I'm looking at the whole course space.
Yeah.
And so of course, there are 1,000 different platforms now. Everybody's doing a course. One thing I will say, and this is part of the reason I, would take breaks at time. Imposter syndrome would kick in different for me because I wasn't competing against anybody else. It was kind of like myself. And so it was like, okay, even though I know I have the information, I've probably created it 100 times over. It's just a matter of actually, producing it and putting it out. I was still going back and forth with myself, like, bro, like, is this a time, pricing, how to, now out of the pandemic, but, kind of in a recession, are people still willing to, pay money for that? You're going through all of these different things in your mind, but, and I'm watching you and I'm watching other people who are still, there's the appearance, there's still a level of thriving and flourishing there. Like, is that something you would even encourage people, like right now in this climate, like, digital real estate, resources that you have to be able, even from whether it's from a passive income standpoint or just something you really need to do, number one, encouraging people to do. And I'm assuming you're a Kajabi fan. Is that going to be the best route to go if you do decide to do that?
So KMH is in the comments as well, and she just said, I love questions as well. And she said, I always have 1,000 questions. And I will say that is actually one of the things. I was just talking to a coaching client last week, and I was like, because she's trying to get better at interviewing people. And I was like, you have to, because one of the things I studied as an interviewer was Oprah. Oprah understood how to manage the conversation by asking a question.
That's good.
let me give you two things real quick. I'm going to talk about the course in just a second. I'm going to talk about the course in just a second, but do you know, and this is going to be an unlock for somebody. You know, I know this guy personally. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? Maybe that's a good thing. I'm gonna just keep it generic.
You're right.
But
right.
This guy, this somebody we both know. He's a designer, and he does the glasses thing. Anyway, so he hit me up. He says, Kirk, I need you to send me an invoice for 2 hours. I said, no, but man, this is me and you. Come on. He said, no, send me an invoice for 2 hours. I was like, 2 hours, you sure? Because I mean, you know, we wouldn't raise the prices. He's like, send me an invoice for 2 hours, bro. So I did it. And we booked the 2 hours on the calendar, and he sent me the outline for this recording that we're going to do. And he's like, here are the questions. I want you to study those questions. I don't want you to ask the questions word for word. I want you to ask the questions the way you ask questions.
Ooh.
I was like, okay. He's like, I want you to ask the questions the way you ask questions. I said, okay, I can do that.
Bars.
We did the 2 hours, and I asked the questions, and I'm not, you know, the way I do it, I don't just ask the question, and when they answer it, then I just ask the next one. I asked the question, he answered, and then I would say something else, and then he would respond again. Sometimes even better than the first one. When we finished the 2 hours, like a month later, this dude sent me a manuscript for his book. The recording was the book. The questions were the chapters. Walt, for somebody out, it just went right over. The transcript of our 2 hour. Now he has video. He has video for the book. I'm
not a gatekeeper because people talk about this all the time, but that is something I started doing like a couple of months ago because I'm like stop making it difficult. Use the power of technology, make it easier, and let's do some transcription type things or whatever to kind of like, you know.
But it's something that me and so DJ Strick just said, dope idea. This is something that me and Strick talked about just this past Sunday. It's always easier to work from something than a blank page.
Right.
I edit way better than I'd start with a blank page. So he gets a 2 hour transcript, to start with, and that's his book.
Gems. Oh my God, yo. Wow. Shout out to the 14 people that are watching.
Yeah, y'all get all the nuggets today. So I say that, I say that to say, I believe everybody should have a course. I believe everybody should have a course. I really do. I believe if you want to leave a legacy, if you want to teach people, I so firmly believe that our stories are like our fingerprints. There's no two stories that are alike. And because our stories are like our fingerprints, we have the awesome, ridiculous, crazy responsibility to steward the story. Oh my God, don't get me started on it. You've got to don't steward the talent. That's cool. The story. Because I'm not writing the story. God is writing the story. And all I am is a steward. So I just have to share with people what God has written into the story up until this point. That's why I feel like everybody should have a course. I was working with this older gentleman. He has several courses. He did a training for a lady. The lady was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for this training. This was phenomenal. How do you have a course? I think you would kill it with a course. He's like, I do have a course. She was like, oh snap, bet. Send me the course. I'm a corporate trainer. I'm gonna put some people on. He was like, dope, send her the course. He said within 5 minutes of her getting the email, she emailed him back and was like, you haven't sent this to anybody else, have you? He said, no, I just sent it to you. She's like, take the course down. Take the course down. He was like, what happened? She said, the reason why your course has never come up in my search is because I don't look for anything under $999, under $1,000. Your course is priced too low. She said, I want you to reprice the course, rebrand it, restructure it, and resend it to me. Took him about 2 weeks to do that. He did that. He sold 600 seats. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. He sold 600 seats at $14.99. Everyone should have a course. Yeah.
This is why you this is why I jumped on the live last week. This is why you sent me an invitation to be on to do the recording yesterday. Because remember, I told you God gave me two very specific things to do.
Let's go.
And I already know who you, when you said, without mentioning the person's name, I already knew who you were talking about because we had a conversation, not about that in particular, but when something just popped and I was like, oh, I know exactly what he's talking about because
I knew
that
you would
came
pick it
up in the comment, bro. So this is why I appreciate the 16 of y'all that are watching, but I gotta be selfish. We took a whole hour just for me. This whole entire Coach's Corner was literally just for Walt. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Listen, let me tack on to what KMH just said. Let me tack on to her what she said. Here's the thing, because people ask me all the time, is Kajabi really the best? I think best is a relative term. I think everybody has to figure out what best means for them. But here's what I always tell people to do. You want to find platforms that are value adding all the time. One of the things I cannot say about some of these other platforms, there's some other platforms that have some really cool stuff. But what I love about Kajabi is that they just keep on kicking up the level. So they didn't have a community before. They bought a company and integrated into theirs. That company was already killing it in the community space. They bought them and integrated it into Kajabi. Now I have a dope community platform and I still pay the same fee. They do podcast distribution, even though, I really like Captivate. They have a mailing list and they're constantly improving it. I can stand up a landing page in 10 minutes. I can sell my digital products. They have an entire coaching format on the platform where all my notes are with my coaching clients. My coaching clients can go and see the recording of our session, the notes for our sessions, everything built. It's not, when people are talking about, I do coaching with this one. No. I need you to understand, on Kajabi, that coaching platform is its own portion of the platform. And your coaching stands up as part of, and then you can do bundle pieces. So if somebody pays for coaching, get this, I can automatically add them to my DIY video creators community just because they're in coaching. They don't have to buy that. That's a value add. If somebody buys a training session with me, I can add to them the $99 graphics bundle with like 200 overlays that they just get that because they booked a coaching session. Are you still? So you can now start stacking, and anyway, my ebook, all right, my courses, eCam, master, all of that stuff, it begins to look like a seamless experience, and that's why I like Kajabi.
Say less.
Yeah.
Say less. I can. So you mean to tell me I can be John the Baptist?
Yes, you can.
On my course?
Yes, you can.
Y'all done messed up.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Y'all done messed up.
Listen. Let me go back.
What's up?
The answer is yes.
Buying stuff.
We want this
you to use
in the
what
course.
You bought. You don't need the DJI Mic 2 if you have the one. You don't need the Rode Wireless Pros. Oh my God. What's the difference? Why are you talking about you need 32-bit float? You're using a phone. You falling in love with using a phone. Like
we want this.
You don't even know what 32-bit float is.
Come on.
You don't even edit your.
Listen, that last part that took me out. When you see you don't even edit. I'm done. You don't even edit. Yeah,
man.
Listen. So KMH says, this is what a lot of people have this same testimony. I had everything on different platforms all over the place. Even Diana Gladney said this exact same thing to me. I had everything was everywhere. And there's so many different links in the chain. It was all kind of chewing gum and rubber bands and duct tape together to make this one seamless experience. So, and she says, which ended costing more than the high plan on Kajabi. And they are so helpful in guiding you and helping you if you need anything. They have a whole community. They have coaching calls. They want you to make money. They have this thing called the green code, Kajabi green code or something like that. And what it means is people who have with their courses have made over 6 figures with their courses. They send them a code. Come on, man. That's a whole community. Like the reason Kajabi is, some people ask me, is it the best? It's what they do, guys. It's not a feature of the platform. It's what they do that makes them easy for me to recommend them. It's what they do. Yeah, it's what they do. Come on, make people think. I wonder if I can afford him or her. Come on, cast ahead. Look at this. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. He did the math. He sold 600 seats at $14.99. Come on. Coin. Yeah. Learning not to undervalue yourself is important. Your life experience has value. Your learned skills and knowledge has value. It's unequivocal. That's not for discussion. How you show up, that may be for discussion, but you have value.
I know we gotta go. I know we gotta go.
Man,
Kirk,
we right there. Oh gosh, we right there.
You are Elisha, and I am the widow woman with the oil. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Just pour that thing. Let's go.
It's over. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. Done.
Yo, why Chris Stone had to be so mean to the Ford Focus though? Why y'all choosing violence today? Come on, I had a Ford Focus back in the day. I had to let that joint go though, but it was trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh gosh, yep. Look. She says it right there. They have everything on Kajabi. They do, and that's. Some people say like when it's a one-stop shop or when they're quote unquote a master of all, they're a jack of all trades, master of none. But what I'm saying to you is they are creators as well. And they're committed to creating the best experience for creators. And that's why I gotta rock with them. So I'll be rocking with Kajabi for a long time, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But listen, I want to say this as I join my other meeting from my phone because I'm already late. I want to say this. I cannot thank you. You all know I love the coaching corner. This is like my favorite time of the week. Noon on Wednesdays. This is my favorite time. Noon Central Time Zone. I know it was one for my guy Walt. And Walt, I want to say thanks to you as well. Chris Stone, I got to get you to come through. DJ Strick, I got to get you to come through. Might even just do like a whole panel. Just have Walt, Chris, Monty, DJ Strick, have all y'all come through one of these Wednesdays and just chop it up. I might have to book an extra hour.
Yeah, not enough time.
I might have to book an extra hour or 2 or 3, but I just can't thank you guys enough for coming through and hanging out today, man. Yeah, this was good. Yeah, this is good. 24 Hour Boss says so many gems. Great show. David Hunt says I needed this today. It's those kind of comments, especially like what Walt just said a second ago. Yeah. See, Chris Stone, I'm gonna hold you to it now. This is our covenant right here. It's on screen now. It's immortalized. No, we all seen it. Now, when I send you that request, you have to show up. Oh man, Walt, take a second. Tell people where they can follow you as we get ready to wrap.
Hey man, y'all can follow me in Kajabi. I'm taking my talent to Kajabi, somewhere in the wilderness. Let it be known. But real talk, YouTube is where I'm living. I'm on the IG streets. I'm in the Facebook world. Well, not really. Trying to do a little bit more LinkedIn. Yeah, not really. But I mean, if you want to talk to me, if you want to collab with me, if you want to chop up, just YouTube is where I am. And y'all just gonna get this locust and honey out here in the content wilderness, man.
Come on, yo, lean into that. I love what you just said right there. Come get this locust and honey on this content wilderness. Oh gosh, that is good.
I'm about to.
Bro, yeah. I'm gonna call you JB from now on. People will be like, I thought his name was Walter. Nah, it's JB. It's JB. Fam, thanks. Thank you so much for coming through today. For my How It All Works fam, for the 19 of you guys that have been rocking with us, for all of those that are gonna catch the replay, thank you, and thank you again. Cannot thank you enough for coming through and hanging out with us today. Listen, This is the Coaching Corner every Wednesday at noon Central Time, the Lord's time. We want to make sure you guys get a chance to come through and hang out. It's your boy Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Thankful for your time and attention. We will see you around these internet streets or in the next video. Later. Fam, replay squad. These are some videos you might want to check out because, you know, you're already here. Might as well stay a little longer. Make it a great one, fam. Grace and peace. Catch you.